of you to the second session of ISKCON Whitefield Gita course. One thing very important to note here is that as we move forward in our Krishna conscious journey, first and foremost, as I said last time also, that while all of us have piety in our heart, when Janmashtami festival was there, of course, naturally we get inclined to Krishna and come during that time. And around 6,000 plus crowd footprint had come in Janmashtami, and from there we have around 110, 120 devotees actually who came here to ISKCON Whitefield Center to know more about Bhagavad Gita. And then even first day is all about excitement, but the second day is crucial one. That after that, how many can turn towards Lord on the second day, and then third day, and then fourth, fifth. If we do that continuously, that means again you are the blessed one. You are really thinking, and you are looking to invest your human form of life somewhat in God's lotus feet. And so all of you should congratulate yourself once again, and I would like to prefer and say Hari Bol for all of you, and please together raise hand and say Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you. So without further ado, we have a packed agenda today, and I'll be trying to be on time. We'll have for next 1 hour Gita session with Q&A and 1 round of chanting. After that, we'll have Kirtan Mela. As I said last session, every first week of the month we have Kirtan Mela, and Kirtan Mela is about all like जैसे कि आप जाते हैं, if you go anywhere, you have some say movie songs, right? Some ghazals, some bhajans, and suddenly your mind gets relaxed hearing your favorite songs. But imagine that when the song is transcendental in nature, spiritual in nature, and you try to focus and just hear the kirtan, how that evening is going to be. And we have some expert singers who will come in and sing. So please be involved in Kirtan Mela also, and try to make it every first week of the month for Kirtan Mela, and you will get a lot of bliss. Alright, so without further ado, we will start. Thank you. So just we would like to start with Pranam Mantra. Introduction. Oh, sure, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So thank you for coming for today's Bhagavad Gita class. Before we start, I just briefly introduce about Prabhuji. So some of you might have attended last session. So for the ones who are new for this session, so Prabhuji is Nishant. So he is actually a director in GE Healthcare, and he's also practicing this Krishna consciousness for more than 10 years. So we have so fortunate that we are getting association of Nishant Prabhu. So he is currently taking the Sunday Gita course programs, like those who are coming regularly on the Sundays. So he's taking this program, and Prabhuji has done graduation in engineering from Manipal Institute of Technology. So he's also very much qualified materially, and spiritually also he's enlightening us on how we can apply Bhagavad Gita in our life. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so kids, we will be having session on the upstairs, so all the kids can go for the kids program. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Most awaited. Hare Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the non-deserving introduction. All right, so let's start with the Pranam Mantra. It's important that we respect our Acharyas, Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, from whom in Parampara we are getting this knowledge. So please repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirveshesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. So, as all of you know, that all these entire paraphernalia, all these things which we are doing and happening, it's because of our Jagat Guru Acharya Srila Prabhupada. So always, in fact, in one of the lectures I was hearing, while Lord Krishna is ultimate, but without the blessings of Guru, we cannot get blessings of Krishna. Directly to nahi. Because we are so ashuddh, we are so much having anarthas in us that we think that me and Krishna directly can connect. No, it has to be through the blessing of Guru. So that's where our Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada plays the role. And as I said before, there are a lot of YouTube videos related to Srila Prabhupada in terms of his pastimes. Also, there are books related to Prabhupada's life. It's important that we should look to hear and understand how much sacrifice he has done for all of us to be where we are. And he left this material world in 1977, and today is what? 2023. So he has left in 1977, and look at the effect. ISKCON is spreading in spite of his absence in the material world. Din dugna raat chogna, right? It's increasing all over the world. How is that possible? So we should be inquisitive to know more about him, and because of him we are here, and we are getting some meaning out of our human form of life. Hare Krishna. So just quickly going by the agenda for the day today, and we'll do some sort of a ramp up also from last session. So today our topic is patch up solution or perfect solution, what we should look at in life. What is that? Patch up solution, patchwork, or perfect solution? We know that war is inevitable, we'll talk about it. The expertise and the organization, the cause of success. A lot of you who are doing job will connect with this, and we'll go and do more of dipstick around that. Actual cause of success is what? We'll understand that, and practical tip of the day that can make our life happy. So once again, a recap from the previous session. Question to all of you. What every one of us are looking for in life, did we call out that time? Anybody can share? Happiness. Very nice. Okay, so it is happiness. Next one is, how can we become happy? So we talked about generally people feel happy when their needs are fulfilled. Hai? Now, what kind of needs we look at? You know what are the needs? You remember? Psychological needs, very nice. Physical needs, emotional needs, and very nice. Thank you. So all of you have become expert. So as you said, physical need, psychological need, emotional need, and spiritual need. So we have touched based on all these three, that what it is all about. But spiritual need is something which we lack, which actually leads to incompleteness, some sort of a voidness around us. It's like you are seeing the honey in the bottle, but you want to taste the honey, but you are licking the bottle from outside. And that's the feeling you get. What if you put your finger inside, take the honey out and lick it? The taste will be different than licking the honey from outside. So that's the kind of, and it leads to frustration. So spiritual need, we will contemplate more on that. So what gives them satisfaction? It calls for the understanding of spiritual need. Now, obviously, when we talk about spiritual need, what we think of? Selfless service. We think of helping others, philanthropy, become free from pride, feeling compassionate about others. So these are the basic stuffs. Like we do these small things or great things, we feel good, right? But those feeling of goodness is what? Momentary, temporary. It doesn't sustain throughout the life. For example, you give some food or clothes to some poor. That day you feel good. But next day again it's same. It doesn't sustain. So what is it? So imagine this, that actually if we are spiritually enriched, then how that happiness will magnify. Food of thought. If you are spiritually enriched. So that's where this Lord Krishna, when he spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, the pathway is towards that how we can become spiritually enriched to be happy. Else, if we are not doing that, then we are actually at the lower level, even though we think that we can become happy. So patch-up solution or perfect solution. Now, we discussed last time also that we told the story. So obviously, the Gita course will combine with bit of story, bit of philosophy, bit of our personal things, practicality, and then learnings from it. So, after when Pandu started his journey and how it led to Kauravas and Pandus fighting, and then in the end war became inevitable. And now हम लोग war पे आ गए. Okay. Now, as you see Arjuna and Krishna, between them the talk is going on, samvad ho raha hai. But that war is not only between Arjuna, Pandavas and Kauravas, it's also with us. Don't you think that we also face war day to day? What kind of war we face? Anybody can give example? Or you are living happily ever after? Like Indian movie, the end.
Sometimes is it really worth what we are doing because we're always stressed, not able to use the money that we're earning? Is it really worth it to actually put in that much effort and stress?
Yeah. So much money we are earning thinking that we'll be secured, kids will be secured, family will be secured, but somewhere we are stressed doing that.
Health is affected also.
And health is also
We
affected.
use that money because we're not healthy.
Yeah. Interesting. Ask somebody who doesn't have money, they will think, no, this you do, then we will be happy. The ones who are doing, they are still frustrated. Nice point, Mataji. So war is going on, right? Internally and externally. That thing is there. And on top of it, we are living in a society where prestige is very important. So we can't even open and speak. Andar hi andar, we, what you say in Hindi, ghutte rehte hain. We are like suffocating inside. And we think, wo subah kabhi to aayegi. That morning one day will come. Once children will grow, then that shine will come. When I will become director, then the game will change. Then people will start working, reporting to me, then I have to work less. And then the game will change. वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. Or in the beginning, my marriage is me, my wife doesn't know me, I don't know her. But as we spend more time, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. My parents will understand me as I grow. वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. Expectation, but problem is, as you grow, the burden of expectations will all keep growing. You are at the higher position in the society, so is the burden of expectation. You are in the lower position of the society, for example, a security guard in the apartment. What is the expectation? Sit whole day and watch who is coming, who is going, and take a note. That is the expectation. And somebody is CEO of the company, what is the expectation? If there are 3 lakh employees in the company, the career of entire 3 lakh employees on his strong or tender shoulders. Imagine how he must be sleeping. How he must be getting the sleep. It's so difficult because he thinks that every moment is money. Soya to khoya. Every moment I have to spend for company. And health issues. Even regarding health, we thought that, we will have dietitian and nutritionist and we will be happy. But what happens? That is not the case. We give an example of Michael Jackson, another pop singer. They had everything, still they committed suicide. So chakkar kya hai? What is the problem? What is the problem? So we are in war. Internally also, so Gita is not for Arjuna only. Through Arjuna, actually it's learning for all of us. Krishna is nicely giving life manual to all of us. It's like the ultimate. Every answer to the problem we face in this world, every answer lies in Bhagavad Gita. As simple as that. we have to open our eyes, अपने चक्षु को खोलना है, and we have to get associated is our only qualification. So, what is the goal of Gita course? Just to reiterate again, it is, our goal is to be positive, enthusiastic, forbearing, and divine consciousness even in the most difficult and trying phases of life. When you have a very congenial environment and when you are very happy environment, that time everybody is happy. Smile, आइए, please come to my home. Let's have some gossip. चाय पे चर्चा करते हैं. But when tumultuous situation comes, when crisis comes in your life, can you smile? So it says divine consciousness even in most difficult time. 5 years old Prahlad Maharaj. All of us know that Amar Chitrakatha stories, right? Of course, we don't read Shastra, so Amar Chitrakatha story is the reference point in our childhood. So the elephant attacked him. He was thrown in among the snakes. Even his own relative, Buaji, Holika, wanted to burn him. Was he crying, mummy, mummy, mummy? He was calm, like Zen, nothing. Divine consciousness. Even in adverse situation, a 5-year-old boy didn't get affected, and we are how old? Right. So food of thought, Prabhuji Mataji. Every pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam or in Bhagavad Gita, any reference point, every line is a learning for us. And if we get into it, you will find lot of, what do you call this? Sagar mein agar moti dhundni hai, to where you have to go? At the shallow level or right there in the bottom? You have to go deep. Hence, you have to go deep. Do not miss any session of this Gita course. Else, frustration will be there. You will be at the shallow level only. You will find like I am knowing something, but actually I am not knowing everything. That itch will be there. Hare Krishna. So, but some of us what they will think, if they have money and they are young, they will think, I don't have any problem. Sorry, Prabhuji. I am in control of what I am doing. Things are going great. I have good job. I have good house. I have good wife. I have good kids. I don't know. And I have money in the bank. So I don't need all this stuff. Absolutely okay. Really? Do we think that that will sustain throughout our life? Maybe in that moment, it might be true, which we think. But remember one thing, that when we were 5 years old, we didn't have experience of 10-year-old. When we were 10, we didn't have experience of 20-year-old. When we are 20s, we don't have experience of 30. So every moment we are living in our life is a first experience. Right? We say in job that I need an experienced candidate in our hiring, not a new person from the college. Why? From experience we learn a lot. Anubhav se काफी सीखते हैं. But here in our life, everything is new only. I am first time living 45th year. Gosh, if I have left twice, thrice, then I would learn and do things better. But I don't think I have a chance of living again 45th year. So there is a chance and we are bound to commit mistakes. Okay? If we are not committing, somebody else will commit mistakes for us. But we will get into crisis one way or the other, Prabhuji Mataji. Of course, the prime time where we think that everything will go great for us is between 20s to 25, 30, when we are young, fiery. That time like, kar lo duniya muthi mein, nothing can happen to me. I am like the man, right? And the woman. I am the one. I am the independent. मैं तो कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. Problem is कि अभी कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जब बुढ़ापा आएगा तब क्या करेंगे? In old age, do you think that thing will be there? You do like this, गए काम से, shoulder कहीं dislocate ना हो जाए. You don't know. So, food of thought. So we should never be overconfident that nothing will happen to me. These philosophies, this Gita stuff is not for me. We should not be overconfident. Let me give you one example. Sometimes in the previous session, Matajis and Prabhujis were talking about what? Ki we face a lot of challenges in life. Man ki shanti chahiye. I want peace. है ना? ये challenges मुझे पसंद है. I don't like challenges. How many of you like challenges? Raise hand. None of us like challenges, isn't it? How many of you like happy congenial environment? Raise hand. Who doesn't like? I also like. Everybody likes. ठीक है. But this is a very beautiful example, Prabhuji Mataji, I wanted to put. You know that, and in our science in biology, we must have read at some point of time. There is a cocoon in which a butterfly is growing. है ना? So one child was watching continuously, very, very inquisitively, that how this entire metamorphosis is happening. And what happened was that the child found that in that cocoon, that butterfly was trying to break that cocoon and come out. But it was struggling left, right, center. A child watched for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then he thought that too much. I should go and help it. So it took some sort of a scissor and very delicately tried to cut it. Cut it slowly and then it opened the cocoon up. And slowly the butterfly came out. Great. And he thought that उसने butterfly को आज़ाद कर दिया. Yay. But what happened actually was when butterfly came out, the body was big, the feathers remained small. And he tried to fly, couldn't fly. The reason is that when that challenge happens where it's struggling to break, that time scientifically the blood circulation in the feather flows heavily, which leads to the growth of the feather. Hence butterfly can fly. But because of that situation where boy intervened, it was not a natural flow. The struggle was not there. Congenial environment, happiness came. But in the end result was, butterfly was found, wanted to fly. So this analogy, if you map to, nobody likes challenges, right? So some child should come and cut that cocoon of yours so that you think that no, without challenges, I will be in congenial environment, I will live happily ever after. But actually, for all of us, Lord Krishna has plan. It's not like, oh, this section Krishna has special plan. This section, thumbs down. Yours thumbs up. We are all part and parcel of God. For each of us there is plan. Problem is we sometimes very much have a zoom in view where you look only this much and say, in my life it has been so much a struggle. My parents are no more. I don't have job. My kid was there. She is no more. I am struggling left, right, center. I look at my neighborhood. I look at the politicians. They commit so much of sin, but they are living so great, and I am struggling. God is not justifiable. Practical, right? Sometimes, and then we become atheist. We start thinking, we start demeriting the God. But that butterfly story. You pick up any leaders who have led the society. Okay, their personal life has always been challenging. Pick up anybody. Even Srila Prabhupada, we are talking about his personal life has been a struggle. If not for that, it would have been difficult what he impacted to the organization. Even anybody we pick up. Everybody has struggled. Even in cricket, say for example Mahendra Singh Dhoni, right? He was a railway ticket master. Can you imagine? He was not supposed to be captain of India. But he had a good association of Sachin Tendulkar, who tapped him and recommended him that make him captain. And then what happened? The result? We had so many cups. After that, no cup. Right? Only teacup. So every leader has to go through struggle. So sometimes we are the chosen one by God. Okay, if you think that I'm struggling and I want to have this myopic view in which we think that I have been unjustified, then we are questioning Lord's plan. Then you zoom out and scale it up. That problem which it looked very big to you at that moment, 5 years, 10 years down the line, if you sustain, if you tolerate titiksha, if you tolerate that problem, 10 years down the line, you will laugh at that problem. You will smile at that problem. What kind of a funny posture I had for that problem. I mean, thank God that problem came, hence I am the person the way I am. Right? Because God's plan. So don't try to pray to have some child cut your cocoon. Let the natural process flow. Right? So that is the intent. All right. So again, this is not my comment. Again, I'm quoting from Bhagavad Gita. What it says, repeat after me. Matra sparshastu kaunteya Shitoshna sukha dukkada Agma payo anityas. Tam titikshva bharata. So what is Lord Krishna saying? O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance is in due course is like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Got it? Relation hai? Problems are, Mataji, tell me which problem has sustained throughout the life with same pedigree, same intensity, same complexity? None, right? See? गंधर्व गिधारी की जय, नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, गौर निताई की जय, षड गोस्वामी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So it doesn't sustain because Lord Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita that the problems are like seasons. It comes and goes. Don't focus too much on problem, O Arjuna. Okay? While you tolerate that problem without getting disturbed. Now question could be, Prabhuji, big talks, how we can do? We are just small souls. But that is what Gita journey is for. But you got the intent, right? So when problems come, you should not feel morose about it. It's like God has blessed us to become a better person. And see, the problems come, God will not give such problem where you totally break down. Whatever your, what you call that, elasticity is, that much problem it's only given. It's because of the association we think, oh, why me? Sometimes, for example, somebody's parent passed very early in life. You know, and you see some child with parents growing, very natural flow, growing till the end with nice apartment and everything. And we feel pity, oh, that child didn't get the association of parent. He might be weak. ऐसे क्यों करते हैं भगवान? सबको टाइम पे नेचुरल डेथ होना चाहिए ना. Why this is like, why this is not right, right? But again, in myopic view, that looks wrong. Like for Arjuna, it looked wrong. Why should I kill my grandparent? Why should I kill my guru? Why should I kill my cousins? What will I get? उनके लाशों के ऊपर बैठ के भी मैं अगर हस्तिनापुर ले भी लिया, then what is it for me? Same thing here also. But it's again a myopic view. Lord has a plan and we should not mistrust Lord's plan, right? Because anyway, everybody has to go one day from this material world, plus minus. So Lord is clearly saying, Prabhuji Mataji, that it's like a season. Do not get too entangled in it while you are facing the problems. And by the way, when you are in the material world, problem will not go. It's not like, oh Mataji, you have come here, so your problem is going to reduce. Now earlier you had like 100 problems, now it will be 2 problems after you go from Bhakti center. No, and Prabhuji, sorry, you didn't attend, so your problem will increase to multifold, 100 problems now. Karma. Whatever problems are there, that will stay. Okay, that is the process. Because we have done good or bad karma, it will continue. But the way we look at the problem changes. You know? Sometimes husband and wife are too finicky about certain things. Like, if you are a manager in the company, you have a habit of answering back. You will always have a view. And sometimes when wife is speaking, you should be silent. Shravanam, सुनने की ताकत रखनी चाहिए, लेकिन ना, खुजली है. Itch is there to speak back. We think by speaking back we are going to influence the wife and change the direction. Big mistake. Big mistake. Just let the flow continue. Try to listen and then you will realize that it automatically gets solved 80% of time. So sometimes we have to tolerate, even if the tiff is there. So Gita teaches all these practical aspects as you go deep, more and more. Now, coming to the next point. Is expertise and organization the cause of success? Oh, the big corporate jargon words. Expertise, right? Skill, investment, training, and it will lead to success. Let's see. Steps to success. When you open a company or you start a new project, what happens? Hire right folks, correct? Take interviews, hire right folks. Right step. Offer the right bait. That is salary, how much percentage salary we are giving. ऐसा डालो कि चिड़िया जाल में फंस जाए, है ना? Offer the right bait. Estimate the strength and weakness. That when we are hiring this person, what is the strength, which project he or she will fit, where he will not fit. Looks all good for success right now, till now. Okay. Analysis of pains and gains. So while we are doing that, how much of pain, how much of gain and all we'll do, what is the profit we'll get, analyze that using various tools and all. We have AI model and all that stuff is there today. Great. And then make solid plan of action, operational plan, time to execute. And as a leader, what I have to do? Carry everyone with us, be positive. Come on, let's do it. Yo, come on guys. Motivational speech, eloquent speech, great talk. So if you do all this, you think right step to the project, to success? What do you say? How many of you are in the corporate world? Raise hand. Arey, oh my God, it's like ocean. So do you think these steps are right steps towards the project? And plus, right? Let me click. Duryodhana had all in them and he failed miserably. Oh, we think Duryodhana was like a snobbish person, very selfish, and he used to shout a lot, Pitajri, Pitajri, ye kaise ho gaya? That whole Mahabharat, Duryodhana we think that he is like that. And no, he was a very intelligent person, one of the astute leader. Right? We just focus on the negative parts of it, and I'll tell you how. All these things, when the Yuddha was going to start, he started to apply this. And how? You will see. Look at this sloka, repeat after me, and we'll go deep. Again, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, shloka number 3. Pashetam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahatim Chamun Yudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. O my teacher, behold the great army of sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. So, Duryodhan, when he saw the big army of Pandavas, he smartly took his chariot to whom? Dronacharya. And he said what? Using this shloka, that look at the great army. And that army has a Senapati called Drishudhyum, who is none other than your disciple. You have taught him all the Shastrik Vidyas to fight, Shastra Vidya, and now he is fighting against you. There was a bit of a sarcasm also to, what do you call that? Tili lagana, Dronacharya ko. आप ही का सीखा हुआ आप ही को मार रहा है, लीजिए, क्या सोचते हैं आप? Something like that in a very gross material way, right? But few shlokas he spoke was enough. Now let's little bit go, what was the story behind? You know, in our childhood, when kids are there, they look so innocent. Have you looked their eyes? बच्चों की आंखों को आपने देखा है और बड़ों की आंखों को देखा है? If you look at, you know, elderly's eyes, उनकी आंखों में बहुत सारी चीजें नजर आती हैं. Anything but love, innocence. But you look at kids' eyes, 5 years, 4 years, so much of innocence is there in the eyes. अपने आप दिखता है, जैसे लगता है बच्चे भगवान के प्रतीक हैं, isn't it? They feel that you look like that. So Drupada and Dronacharya, they were actually in their childhood very good friends. They were in ashrama learning together and good friends. And so such a good friend that Drupada said that, you know, when we'll grow, Dronacharya, you come to me, I'll give you half of my kingdom. बच्चे बोलते हैं ना, तुम मेरे बेस्ट फ्रेंड हो, मैं पापा का सारा जायदाद तुम्हारा. Imagine if that was like, you know, signed and sealed kind of a thing. You would have got so much of anxiety. So that time it was all good. And then later on they had their own pathways, they grew in their life. And what happened? Dronacharya was a Brahman. Okay, so he was depending on alms. He was not doing like IT job, getting salary at the end of the digitally in the bank. And he had his son, Ashwathama, and his wife. and he was feeling very very morose, but because उनके घर में दूध के भी पैसे नहीं आ रहे थे, he had become so poor. Now imagine this, he was so skilled, he had everything with him, but he was Brahmana, and his duty was actually not to do service. And today's time, if Brahmanas are in that state, what he will do? रात में आईटी, दिन में मंदिर में पूजा, right? Just because money is not there. But they were so dutiful, they were so committed that they never violated, even though at the expense of their life. So Dronacharya remembered Drupada that he had actually promised half of the kingdom. So he went to Drupada. He said, "Hey Drupad, you remember me? I am Dronacharya, best of friends. Actually, you had said that, if I ask you, you'll give me half of kingdom, but what I will do, I am a Brahmana. I just want one cow. Can you give me one cow because my kids need milk?" That time Drupad said, "Look at you, look at your level, look at my level. Somebody please don't waste my time, out." Do you feel something like that happens in relations? Right? Like for example, the famous thing is what? The child who is brought up by parents, बचपन से उनको बड़ा किया जाता है, लुलु क्यूटी 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 सब कुछ है. And when the child gets married, and then after few months when the parents come, मेरा बेटा तो बदल गया है. क्यों? अरे मत पूछो, आ गई है ना. Poor guy, what he has done, he just got married, that's all, but already stamped. है ना? So with different situation, people mind changes. Drupada mind also got changed for Dronacharya, because once he became king, he felt ego. Ego's bloody, everything on his pedestal. Why one Brahmana, what he will do to me? And this made Dronacharya very angry. And what happened? In short, when he got chance to become guru for Kaurava and Pandavas, then he sent Pandavas to attack Drupad. उनको गुलाम बना लिया. And he took half of his kingdom, and then he said, वापस ले लो. Imagine, तुमको मैं भीख में देता हूँ. How you'll feel? So Drupada again got so angry that he vowed that I'll have Dronacharya killed. So through Agni he got Draupadi and Dhishtadyumna, brother sister. So Dhishtadyumna came actually to, his whole purpose of life was to kill Dronacharya. Now imagine this, when Dhishtadyumna was born and when he grew, then his father Drupad said that, you have to learn weaponry and archery and stuff. Who better than Dronacharya? Go and learn from him. And both Dronacharya and Drupad knew that he will be the cause of death for Dronacharya. Can you do that? मैं बोलूँगा कि प्रभु जी को कि प्रभु जी मेरा बेटा आपसे सीखेगा, यही आपके मृत्यु का कारण बनेगा, प्लीज सिखा दीजिए. यार इन कलयुगा भी लाफ, दिमाग लगता है आपका बल्ब का फ्यूज उड़ गया है. बट दैट टाइम इन दैट युगा ड्यूटी कमिटमेंट है ना. दे न्यू आई एम जस्ट soul, I am not this body, karma, sin, paap. But आजकल that is like big deal, आज में जीते हैं, कल किसने देखा है. Let's live today to the fullest in this moment. So that is what Duryodhana actually knew, and he thought that it should not be like anywhere Dronacharya should become soft because he had taught Dhishtadyumna. So he said to Dronacharya that, no, you had taught him, and look at him now, he has put entire army in front of you, better be alert. Okay, now you are fighting with me, you better be alert. So such an astute leader Duryodhana was. Did you imagine watching that Mahabharata, that Duryodhana will be like this? So if you read Gita, then and aren't we like this when we have to motivate somebody? We do this, right? कि इसने आपके पीठ पीछे छुरा घोपा था ध्यान से, when you are going to देख लीजिए. All these things we do in materially also. Then what Duryodhana did, he went to Bhishma Pitama. So what's the shloka? Please repeat after me. Aparyaptam tad asmakam balam bhishma abhi rakshitam पर्याप्तं त्व इदम एतेषां Balam Bhima Bhirakshitam. Duryodhana said, our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma. Whereas the strength of Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. So actually, there are like convoluted, layers in this. Duryodhana was scared of Bhima. He knew that Bhima could be cause of his death because of his vows and all, right? But he is also telling to Bhishma that जो भीष्म पितामह है जिनको इच्छा मृत्यु का वरदान प्राप्त है, he can never die unless and until he wishes. तो डर किस बात का है? So he actually, in order to encourage Bhishma, he told to all his army members that everybody, please surround around Bhishma and protect him. Like special जो guest आते हैं उनको कैसे करते हैं? Red carpet, है ना? जैसे कोई आते हैं CEOs of the company come, then what we do? Right? All those big PPTs we make, we try to show flowery things and all to them, so that we are doing such a great job. And so Duryodhana was trying to allure Bhishma in such a way that, we are with you and yes, you go with full zeal and fight. And Bhishma should not become soft to Arjuna because he had special corner for Arjuna. And Duryodhana was also thinking that kahin he should not become soft, that could lead to my defeat. So look at again the tactician that Duryodhana was. So everything as a project leader, as a war leader, Senapati, Duryodhana had in him. But still he failed miserably, Prabhuji Mataji. Duryodhana had 11 Akshauhini Sena. Akshauhini Sena means, if you go into technical detail, like 22,000 charioteers, 22,000 elephants, 65,000 soldiers is one Akshauhini. Into 11. Entire world was fighting Mahabharat, not Bharat, Mahabharat. And Pandavas had 7 Akshauhini Sena. Right? That actually reminds me of one quick pastime, wherein before the war started, Krishna was in Dwarika, he was sleeping. Then Duryodhana and Shakuni and all decided ki Krishna's Yadu dynasty, he has big Akshauhini Senas. Better go and ask, okay? He will not deny. Then Duryodhana nicely went and Krishna was sleeping that time. तो कृष्ण सोरे तो उनके सिर के पीछे जाके खड़े हो गए. And he was waiting for Krishna to wake up. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj also told Arjuna, coincidentally, that we need Sena. Okay, we don't have any Sena, so let's go and ask Krishna. Then Arjuna went and he saw Krishna sleeping, and then he went to his lotus feet and waited for Krishna to be awake. And when Krishna was awake, he saw Arjuna first. क्योंकि वो उनके पैर के पास थे. दुर्योधन कहाँ थे? सिर के पास थे. तो so he saw both. Oh, okay, both of you are wonderful. What do you want? Then looking at Arjuna being younger, Krishna said that Arjuna, you ask first. Then Duryodhana was like, what if he asks the Sena and all? And Arjuna said that, Krishna, I want you to be with me. And Duryodhana like, Devkoof, yes. Now I'll get high skilled guys. He is getting Krishna. He has vowed not to even take a weapon. He will be like, what? Nothing he will do. He has vowed not to fight for it because they were both were families. So Krishna decided not to fight. But real reason was, if Krishna fight, right? War wouldn't have gone for 18 days also. I mean, he wanted every pastime is a lesson. So Duryodhana said, very, very cunning. When Arjuna was done, then Krishna turned to Duryodhana. Duryodhana like, no, it's nice, of course. My younger brother Arjuna is absolutely okay. So, I wanted you only, Krishna, but whatever is left now, I'll take Narayani Sena. Okay, sure. What an actor. Okay. And then when Duryodhana left smiling, I got it. Then Krishna was inquisitive and he asked Arjuna, why you asked for me? I'm not even fighting. Right. Arjuna, being pure devotee, he said, if you are with me, Krishna, I know I will never lose. That clarity Arjuna had, but Duryodhana didn't have, the project leader. Anyways, so that is one story which I remember. So, Duryodhana failed even after doing the expert management. Just to materially see, Prabhuji, Mataji, we do wonderful projects, right? All the corporate guys. All the projects pass on time with quality. Delays happen, right? After our astute expertise also, delays happen. Why? Because in my experience, I have seen in 23 years that sometimes in the projects we don't have soul. Everybody looks at the silos areas. Mera room, mera ghar, my career, my area, but they don't think of customer, right? Materially. Only one or two people who are like sales guy, marketing guy think of customer. Otherwise, nobody thinks of customer. I will only speak that much in which my area is safe and I get promoted. If not, I will switch the company. Right? Nobody thinks of company these days. Right? So it's like a Duryodhana mindset. Of course, our leader is also that way. They also switch in 3 years. So entire system is defunct. Hence, we see a lot of delayed projects and loss in the companies, even though investment and smart leaders are there. But moving to next step. Now, what is the actual cause of success? Then what is success? आपने तो बता दिया इससे नहीं होता है. This doesn't lead to success. Then what is success all about? Signs of victories for Pandavas, very quickly. And now these are very important things, Prabhuji Mataji. Number one is the holy environment. Dharm Kshetre Kurukshetre Samveta Yudh Sabha. Kurukshetra was the Dharm Kshetra. Kurukshetra था ही वो, लेकिन धर्म क्षेत्र था. So environment for success has to be holy. है ना? कचड़े में जाके पूजा नहीं कर सकते. Environment has to be holy. That's where when we go to temple, visit any temple, suddenly all the gussa goes. Have you realized? Whatever mood you come in, बीवी से झगड़ा करके आए, husband से झगड़ा करके आए, जॉब से आपको सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट यू डिडंट गेट, व्हाटएवर इट इज, राइट? शेयर मार्केट लॉस. But when you see DT in the temple, right? How many of you felt that way? Raise hand. See, what happened? Money मिला आपको वो करने के लिए या किस तरह से? Something magical, isn't it? Holy environment impact. Number one. Number two, sign of victory was presence of the Lord Krishna. Arjuna asked for Lord. He has to be there. But other thing is also sometimes we think fortune is answer to everything. Get money, get Lakshmi, and that will solve a lot of problem. It can. You can buy anything in the market. You can buy any apartment. You can buy any insurance, whatever you need, and your life will be saved. But the problem is generally what happens. Where does a chaste wife go? Chaste wife. जहाँ जहाँ husband रहते हैं वहीं वहीं wife जाती हैं. Correct? इसने today's days are different. Husband this side, wife this side. Kalyuga effect. But ideally, wherever husband goes, wife goes there, and wife stays there. How it is possible that all of us are thinking of fortune and Lakshmi, but not thinking of Krishna? If we focus on Krishna, fortune will automatically. But our problem is we want Lakshmi to come to us, and Lakshmi has Chanchala mindset. How many of you think that whatever money is with you has been consistent through up down nahi hua life mein? Right? Chanchal, if you have like 1 lakh, isko 2 lakh kaise banao? Let's invest in share market. And then it becomes 50,000. Chanchal. It can become 2 lakhs also. Chanchal, right? Up and down with money. But if Krishna is there, chances are better that fortune will stay with you. So with Pandavas, fortune also stayed. Because Krishna was with them. Last but not the least, presence of the great devotee. Hanuman. Again a famous story. We'll talk about how it translates to our life. But this story you all remember. Once what happened? Draupadi wanted more lotus flowers. So she said, Bhima, go to the higher end of Himalaya and find some lotus flowers, please. So Bhima went, roaring and all. He was, how powerful he was. 1,000 elephant bull he had. So he went all roaring. And then on the way he found this monkey, old monkey lying down. I'm like, old monkey. So Duryodhana was a gentleman. So he said to old monkey that, could you please move? I don't want to jump through. It's not a right etiquette. Elders को jump नहीं करना चाहिए. हम लोग के अभी भी चलता है ना. बड़ों को लांगना नहीं चाहिए. We should not be going across the. Let's see, from there it's coming as well. Parampara में. So that old monkey was none other than Lord Hanuman. So he said that I am too old to even move. Do one thing. Why don't you just move my tail and just go? Then he's like, whatever. I'm wife का सुनना है ना बात. द्रौपदी बोली है जल्दी जल्दी काम करना है. So I cannot wait. So he's okay, fine, whatever. Then he went and lifted the tail, being Bhima. But suddenly what happened? Tail? I'm like, huh? Tried again? No. Look like Olympic. वेट लिफ्टिंग हो गया, नॉट मूविंग ओनली, इज ट्राइंग, come on, and Bhima was like, thank God nobody is seeing this, what nonsense, old monkey's tail I'm not able to lift, oh, I'm thinking I'll do this and that. And then suddenly, in due course, being a pious soul, which Bhima was, he realized that this monkey is not an ordinary monkey, he is somebody great. Then he folded hand, and in humility, sometimes what we have to do, we should not go with this big ego that I am great. If you want to extract great jewels information, you should go humble. Trinadapi suni chenavi se humbly जाकर के पूछना है. तो जाकर के पूछे कि okay, you tell me who are you? I don't think you are ordinary person. Then he came in the form of Lord Hanuman, and he was like, wow. And both were actually relatives, being putras of Vayu. So Bhima said that fantastic. So can you come and join us in our war and all? Then Hanuman said that I am from different yuga. I cannot come and directly join you. But what I will do is, like, when you will roar in Kurukshetra or wherever, then I will roar along with you. इतना जोर से roar करूँगा कि सामने वाला का हृदय जो है ना, imagine if the enemy goes like this, then after that it becomes easy to kill them, na, tick, so you can kill. So Hanuman actually came to the Arjuna's flag, Kapi Dhwaj बोलते हैं ना. So if you see in Mahabharat, Arjuna's flag पे किनका है? हनुमान जी का है. So sign of victory. Hari Bol. All these things Duryodhana did when he had those great plans? No. Now, basic question would be, Prabhuji Mataji, what isn't it for me? ये सब तो हुआ वहाँ पे, how I can translate it to our life? Beautiful question. So let's see. All of us want success. I want to be successful. I want to be successful. Come on, guys. बच्चे ही बोलते ना, success. Yes, all of us want to be successful. Then only smile will come to our face. So, we can be successful too. Prabhuji Mataji, one thing is that we have to make our home auspicious. Very simple things. घर को अखाड़ा नहीं बनाना है, asylum नहीं बनाना है. Make house auspicious place. Right? Environment. How you can do that? By putting Lord there, Lord's picture there, and then do regular worship. सुबह उठ के पूजा कीजिए. Now, of course, all of us are new. Some of you must be doing because of your past karma. Somebody must be like new to it. But जब जागो तभी. And one beautiful thing is, in material world we see outcome. That इतना invest किए तो इतना data आना चाहिए, outcome आना चाहिए. In Lord's world, doesn't matter who puts what effort. If your intent is pure, na, from here, that Lord catches. Even if you don't know shloka, you don't know mantra, you don't know the vidhi of puja, but you are crying in front of Lord and saying that मुझे पूजा नहीं आता, but. You know, immediate attention will go to that soul than somebody who is like doing puja for long mechanically, knowing all the shlokas, shastras, but mechanically doing puja, not from heart. Lord will not look at it. So we have huge opportunity. And that doesn't happen in material world. That only happens in spiritual world. That is the difference. Third thing is chant Lord's name. कुछ नहीं कीजिए प्रभुजी माताजी कलयुगा में, chant the holy name of the Lord. That is, raise your hand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know what? The qualification would be that Brahma Muhurat mein you get up 4 o'clock when sun has not risen. Take cold bath. Okay? Clean yourself. Then do puja and then sit for chanting. Long way to go. That is not possible in the early stage. What we can do? We can take mala and chant. उतना तो कर सकते हैं ना? नहीं उतना भी नहीं कर सकते. बड़ा मुश्किल है. So much work and on in life, Prabhuji. I mean, I don't know. Very difficult. No. In Kali Yuga, it's these meditation, yajna, as we discussed previously, it's so difficult to do for us. Hence, simple Hare Krishna Mahamantra is there for us. Now you're getting the logic? Why this Mahamantra? Why not if A, B, C, D, E? Cleanliness is next to godliness. Now, cleanliness means, Prabhuji Mataji, external cleanliness, you know, that you have to take bath, be clean, brush your teeth, everything. Internal cleanliness is also required. Why the crime rate in the night is so high? Between 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not between 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Have you noticed? 4 बजे के बाद crime नहीं होता ज़्यादा. but crime happens during 4 o'clock. No, sorry, 12 o'clock night. Why? Because the negative energy, the tamogun is very high that time. That's why nowadays what happens, we sleep late and wake up late. Arey Sunday hai, let's wake up at 12 o'clock. Yaar. Chill man, big deal. Let's take a break, yo. And late night we sleep, late night we wake up, we are having a lot of negative energy. Then we get anger, we get lust, we get greed, we get enviousness, tolerance is very less, relationship goes tatters, we are very weak among each other. Why? Because our habit is that way. Cleanliness, internal cleanliness is not there. If internally we are clean, automatically, Satogun will come and we will enhance ourselves as a leader to be successful. And this looks austere in the beginning, but this is a very simple ask. Right? Anybody who does this, automatically you will see a lot of decisions will start falling in place for you. Bad decisions will go out of window. Hai na? So when we do all this, Prabhuji Mataji, the home starts getting filled with positive vibration. Trust me. Call some devotees in your house, okay? Someday after Gita course, ask them to just do kirtan in your house. Never ever in your life you had kirtan in your house. Just ask them to do kirtan. I can guarantee, Prabhuji Mataji, once the kirtan is done for half an hour, they leave your house, suddenly you and your husband will sit like this and be dazed. Ye kya hua? Mouth will be open. Something crazy happened. This is like, wow. Right? Vibration. Power of transcendental vibration. Can't explain in data, but you have to feel it, right? To believe it. So that's the beauty. Further, as I said before, the presence of Lord Narayana and Lakshmi is only possible when you avoid Duryodhana mentality. ये जो corporate वाला जो फंडा है ना, that is okay materially, but just don't keep it limited to Duryodhana mentality. And all of us today, in day and age, all the leaders today, all of us have what? Duryodhana mentality, isn't it? How many of us have spirituality as the base? We have kept that very nicely in the side and we use all the tidbits of Bhagavad Gita and just put a material skin to it. And we think that we'll be successful. Any big talks we do, motivational speakers on YouTube and all, base is Bhagavad Gita only. Only thing is they don't admit it. How bad is that? जो माँ बाप आपको बचपन से खड़ा किए, you don't take their name and say, I did on my own. It's a sin. And that's what we are doing today. We don't give credit to Bhagavad Gita. Lakshmi, as I said, is flickering without Lord Narayana. So if you want fortune, better have Krishna in your house. Okay? Clear? Husband, wife. So one who chases fortune may or may not get it, but one who follows the Lord will get everything needed. Now, mind you, Prabhuji Mataji, that if you look at all the demons, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, Ravan, any demons, have you seen them worshipping Vishnu or Krishna? Shiva or Brahma? Shiva or? Why? Why not Krishna? Because Lord Shiva and Brahma ji can give material stuff. And they know that they are not qualified to do worship of Vishnu or Krishna. है ना? But Brahma ji क्या करते हैं? फंसा देते हैं. Like Hiranyakashipu, he asked, I should not die in morning, not in evening, not in outside, not inside, neither demigod, nor male, nor female, nor kid, and nobody should kill me. Imagine that software FMEA, failure modes all covered. What is it? Failure FMEA, failure effective analysis, whatever, I forgot. But all the FMEAs very nicely covered through detectability, severity and everything, if you know it, IT guys. Now, Lord Vishnu is like, क्या करते हो? ऐसा complicated problem लाते हो, solve मुझे करना पड़ता है. And then one avatar came which never came before in the universe ever. That is Lord Narsingadev. Lord Narsingadev Bhagwan ki. Imagine. Right? So, the point is, when you are in Krishna consciousness, in order to improve your bhakti, money will come to you. But focus should not be money. Money is a byproduct. Right? It will come. Whatever helps you to improve your bhakti, Lord will give you. To make sure that it's protected. If you think that you are in anxiety and money can help you so that you can focus more on Hare Krishna Mahamantra, money will come. If you think that money is too much, I want less money so that I can do better in Hare Krishna, money will go. So Lord will give accordingly. But your conscience should be towards Bhakti, Krishna. That is the key. So we can be successful when we have also, Prabhuji Mataji, association of selfless, pure-hearted persons like Lord Hanuman. Whom you associate with day to day is very important. That is where, see, all of you are here. And what is this association? It's the association of positivity. Go in the outside on the road. सब छल कपट वाले मिलेंगे आपको. The shopkeeper is also ditching you. Boss is also ditching you in the name of salary hike. Right? Do more with less. Go home. Wife has expectation. If you don't do, then you are not a good husband. Husband has expectation. If wife doesn't do good, then husband thinks she's not a good wife. Right? Parents, I told you how it is. Expectation गलो वही शादी में फंसाते हैं. बाद में बोलते मेरा बेटा मेरा नहीं है. फिर शादी क्यों करवाते हैं? कर लो बेटा कर लो. Now I want to don't have kids. बेटा 2 सालों के बच्चे कर लो. बच्चे और फंस गए. और Nike again Nike. Now you are chasing. Now you know how today's kids are. Mobile जगत गुरु. बिना मोबाइल के पापा कंप्यूटर लॉग इन. Right? They cannot live without that. We are all struggling. So now let's see the essence of Success Sutra. Again, all this has to be quoted to Bhagavad Gita shloka, right? That is the base. So what is the shloka? Let's repeat after me. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Very beautiful shloka. Just focus on the translation given by Divine Krishna Prabhupada. Whenever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also be certainly opulence, victory, extraordinary power and morality. This is my opinion. Lord Krishna is saying, not imposing, this is my opinion. He is very merciful. वो रावण की तरह मारते नहीं है कि करो करो करो. He gives the opinion, you pick up, you don't pick up, our own choice. So Krishna is saying wherever he is there and wherever you have pure devotee like Arjuna, supreme archer like Arjuna, victory will be there, morality will be there, opulence will be there. So this is quoted by what? Bhagavad Gita chapter 18 shloka number 78. Clear? Sare, what you call that? You have a lot of pearls out there, but all the pearls can be stringed together through Bhagavad Gita, right? That dhaga. So whatever I am speaking, everything has to again come back to Bhagavad Gita, right? So, on time, Prabhuji, practical tip of the day. Of course, we have Prabhuji Mataji, there is lot of nectar in Bhagavad Gita, right? So these 9 sessions are very important. We don't want to bulldoze you also with lot of overwhelming knowledge and information in one go. And as बच्चे को 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 class होता है, you get little by little so that you get very inquisitive and you stay thirsty कि अगली बार क्या बोलने वाले हैं, अगली बार क्या होने वाला है, अगली बार क्या होने वाला है. And there is lot of layers and nectars around this. So coming back, practical tip of the day, what we have to do? What isn't it for me? What we learn? First of all, holy place. What we have to make our home? Holy place. है ना? By keeping cleanliness, regularly worshipping and chanting the name of the Lord. Is it very difficult? अपने कपड़े को सब साफ करते हैं, शरीर को सब साफ करते हैं, भगवान के लिए साफ नहीं कर सकते? कर सकते हैं ना? Let's do that without having any expectation. Number 1. Have Krishna with you. Don't just go behind Lakshmi. If we have Krishna, then Lakshmi will follow. Because lonely Lakshmi is chanchala, flickering. She will not stay anywhere for long time. Clear? पति पत्नी को साथ बुलाइए, अलग अलग नहीं, है ना? That is important. Have company of positive, selfless people, especially devotees of the Lord. Intelligence, please use. Don't get sentimental. आज निशांत प्रभु ने ये कहा है, so now everybody I should be looking like nice. No, people can use us, right? Don't start being very soft to everybody because they are like souls, part and parcel. Use your intelligence. Pick up the ones who are like positive people, who better than devotees. who are doing selfless service to the Lord, because they don't have swarth nahi hai, they don't have selfish, what is in it for me nahi hai, what is in it for Krishna. That's what devotee looks at. So watch out around you, your association. If you have negative people around you, Prabhuji, Mataji, easily you will be sapped in and you will get detached from positivity. And so association is very, very important. So again, last time I also spoke this, and this I'll repeat. Please repeat after me. Krite yad dhayato vishnum tretayam yato makhe dwapare paricharyayam kalau tad dhari kirtanat. Again, we every time forget. Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 3, Shloka number 52 says what? Whatever result was obtained in Satyuga by doing what? Meditating on Vishnu. In Kali Yuga, very difficult. In Treta Yuga, by performing sacrifices. In Kali Yuga, very difficult, because everything is adulterated. शुद्ध घी कहाँ से आता है पता नहीं, लकड़ी कहाँ से आती है पता नहीं, ब्राह्मण कैसे हैं पता नहीं. How you will do sacrifice? In Dwapar Yuga, by serving Lord's lotus feet. है ना? That is deity worship. Again, you need purity in deity worship. कुछ गड़बड़ कर दिया तो boomerang हो जाएगा. It will come back to us. And in Kali Yuga, simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Kalau tad dhari kirtanat. Kirtan. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is where we are in which Yuga? You know what's the duration of Kali Yuga? Total? 4,32,000 years. How many years we have passed? 5,000. 5,000 ईयर में ये हाल है, कोरोना, राइट, एक दूसरे का की खुशी नहीं देख सकते. पुल somebody down to go up in the ladder is called success and progress in life. 5,000, Prabhuji, Mataji, imagine 4 lakh years. What? You know what is predicted? Not predicted, it's actually there in Srimad Bhagavatam, that once you cross 4,32,000, each of us is going to become cannibals. We are going to eat each other's flesh, because there will be nothing left in the world. Right? And Lord will appear as Kali, right? Kalki, sorry, thank you. Kalki avatar, and then wipe out all these hobgoblins, demons, or whoever. I don't know. It will be. You want to be there that time? So better do chanting and get out of the cycle of birth in that. Right? Don't wait for agle janam. You don't know. It will get worse. So with that, we are done for session 2. So thank you so much for your wonderful participation and tolerating me. I would open for any question and answer in the interest of time for 5 minutes, and then we'll go for one round of chanting. Any queries, tippanis, feedback? Most welcome. Yes, Mataji. Your name and then you can ask.
Yeah, I'm Mansi.
Mansi Mataji. Yes, Mataji. A nice question, Mataji. So, the way we have to look at it, Mataji, is like, first of all, we are drowning. When you are drowning, do you think of generation? So, first of all, you want to protect yourself. The default behavior is to protect myself and then start thinking. It's important that, okay, if you chant purely, right? Purity is there. Even if you chant purely, immediately your generation, next generation or this generation or you will get out of the cycle of birth and death. They will not be here to see that 4 lakh year stuff. That's where, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that emphasis on chanting is so important, because the human form of life is the only species where we can chant. None of the other species in the world can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Maybe there could be some blessing to some dogs who are devotees, but in general I am saying. So imagine how difficult way we have got this human form of life. We have already gone through 84 lakh cycle of birth and death to achieve this human body, which actually, I mean, I keep saying in some other sessions that like in software, how many of you are software engineer? Again raise hand. Yes. You have nth version, n minus 1 version, right? There is less gap. Some new features in nth version, n minus some lesser feature. But in human form of life, previous version is what? Orangutan, lemur, chimpanzee, gorilla, monkey. Can they chant? And we think that I mean, Prabhuji, I came late to Krishna consciousness. I don't think this, I like it what you are saying, but I don't think I can do in this birth, next birth, maybe. Thank you. Prasadam is there. Can I go and have? Are you guaranteeing that next birth you will be human? It can start from yeast, amoeba, algae, worm in the stool. Sorry to say this, but we can be anything. Grab the opportunity right now we have in hand. This is the best opportunity. And don't think that I am starting now, it will not happen or happen. Krishna's blessing, Krishna's plan. आप कोशिश कर सकते हैं, भगवान कब कहाँ किसको छड़ी घुमाएंगे कोई पता नहीं है. यहाँ मैं बकबक कर रहा हूँ बैठ करके, मैं यहीं रह जाऊंगा, आप प्योरली चैंट करेंगी, बैक टू गॉडेड. हरी बोल. So here it's level-headed play, प्रभु जी माता जी. ठीक है? Yes.
Any estimate how many chants should be there at the same time?
Very nice question. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that, okay, I don't want to overwhelm, but again she is asking, ideally at least in Kali Yuga every day we should chant 16 rounds. In one round 108 times. So 16 into 108. That is the benchmark, but we start with ABCD. We don't get to the novels reading straight away. You start with one round of chanting at least, right? And do win the association. तब पता नहीं चलेगा. Then 1 can become 2, 2 can become 4, 4 can become 8. Because all of us started with 0 round of chanting, by the way. And I know great devotees in ISKCON who are actually just to get inspired. One Mataji wakes up at 2:30 a.m. and she chants 64 rounds. Can you imagine? 64 rounds. And then she finishes, she gets her chores also done. बच्चों को भी देखते हैं, पति का भी देखती हैं, but she has such a higher taste. Amazing. Right? And so much of gyan, knowledge, everything goes with that. So minimum 16 round Prabhuji Mataji, but start with one round. Okay, and then it's Krishna's journey. That's all. He sees your endeavor, not like number. कि कितना हुआ कितना ही क्वालिटी होना चाहिए. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. I will keep it last question in the interest of time. Any other questions? Personally, we can talk during prasadam. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes.
So recently I stayed in Rishikesh for 2 months और वहाँ पे शिव जी को बहुत ज़्यादा माना जाता है, सब उन्हीं भक्ति करते हैं और यहाँ पे मैं समझू कृष्ण जी के बारे में. So थोड़ा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है बिकॉज बोलते हैं कि एक सुप्रीम कॉन्शियसनेस होता है, तो ये सब जो अलग अलग गॉड एंड गॉडेसेस हैं तो हमारी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है कि किसकी पूजा, सब लोग अलग अलग भगवान की पूजा करते हैं, तो कैसे करना है मतलब.
बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है माता जी, एंड आई थिंक इट्स वेरी जेन्यून क्वेश्चन. सेम क्वेश्चन आई ऑल्सो हैड 10 years back. I mean, you look at it, right? You go to north, a lot of Lord Shiva's puja happens. South we have like Vishnuji's pujas and all happen. Durga Ma, Lord Ganesha, Kartikeyan here, and Ayyappa Swami, and absolutely great, right? All pujas happen. See, problem, Prabhuji Mataji, what we see is that what we see, we continue to follow that today. Okay, because मैं पूर्वज किए हैं, so you know, परंपरा we are following something. Without having knowledge about it. Actually, if you look at the great acharyas, like you have Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, right, all the acharyas, because they have gone through Shastra Gyan, right, Shastra Gyan, so they know exactly who is the top at the ladder, whom we should worship the most, from where everything emanates. I'll ask one question. Lord Shiva does dhyan. You have seen him, right? He does like this. किनका ध्यान करते हैं? किनका ध्यान करते हैं? Shri Ram, who is form of Lord Krishna, है ना? And see, other thing is that Lord Shiva is again Vaishnava Yatha Shambhu. He is the greatest of the Vaishnavas. In Shastra is mentioned. While we have affinity towards him because he is simple, है ना? ऐश्वर्य में नहीं दिखते हैं. But he is again the greatest Vaishnava who is doing the stuti of Lord Krishna. Now this is not something which I am speaking. It is mentioned in Shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam. Problem is in today's day and age, everywhere, because we are so materially inclined, and Shiva is Ashutosh, Bholenath. इतने भोले हैं कि उनसे कुछ भी मांगिए वो विदाउट नोइंग कंसिक्वेंसेस, वो सब आप जाने, मांग रही है, ले लीजिए, राइट? सो एवरीबडी गोज बिहाइंड हिम एंड मेटेरियली यू गेट इट कि हेल्थ अच्छा कर दीजिए, बट एक्चुअली इट्स अ हाफ कॉन्कॉक्टेड नॉलेज. Even if you ask for something, in then do you think pain will not be there after that? Right? Pain will again come. So only thing is you have to elevate yourself from the material thought process and come to the spiritual level, which only Lord Krishna can provide. Not Brahma and Shiva can also. Brahma and Shiva can only do material satisfaction. And in parampara, if somebody comes to Lord Shiva and says ki, I am not happy with cars and this and that, I want something more, I am feeling void, then Lord Shiva, what he does? Okay, I get it. Then he directs you to Lord Krishna. And when Shiva directs, then Krishna listens. Because special parvi se aa rahe hain. So, in the end, it's okay to also do worship of Shiva, but in the such a mood that I want bhakti. And accordingly, Lord Shiva will also act. Now, it's ऊपर नीचे हम लोग सोचते रहते हैं, उनके बीच कुछ नहीं है. It's like between Lord and devotee. Lord thinks devotee is great. And devotee thinks Lord is great. और इसी में चलते रहता है. More, it's an important question, Mataji, but more we'll get. But that's how in Shastra it's mentioned. Okay, very nice question. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here in the interest of time. So,
Probably other than Bhagavatam, in even Ramcharitmanas, if you see,
Yes.
written by Tulsidas.
yes.
So it's written there that Shivji is always thinking of Ramji.
Yes.
Ramji is none other than Krishna.
Very nice. Mrityunjay Prabhuji, today morning we were discussing, we were cutting sabji. Same thing he also told me that Ramcharitmanas. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Uttarkand, it is mentioned, if you read Uttarkand of Ramcharitmanas, it is mentioned that if someone is worshipping Lord Shiva with wholeheartedly, as Prabhuji said, that without material desire, then he gives bhakti of Lord Rama. So that there is a chaupai, I can quote next time. So that chaupai is clearly mentioned. Even when Ravana asked that who are you to Hanumanji, right? So Hanumanji said that Sunu Ravana Brahmand Nikaya, Pai Jas Bal Virchit Maya, right? Jaake Bal Lavles Te Jitani Chalachar Jha. So there Lord Hanumana said that Brahma, Vishnu और महेश जिसके बल से सृष्टि का संहार और whatever they do, right? So I am a devotee of that Lord Rama. So that is how I think Shastra says. And yeah, if we refer Shastras, then we exactly know how the situation is. But nowadays, yeah, that is the problem in Hinduism, that we don't refer Shastras. So yeah, I think Prabhuji will go through that detail.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji, for nicely explained. So, and in the interest of time, we'll start with one round of chanting. And I know that more we get into it, more inquisitive questions come, which is very important. Keep putting up. Whatever is in my capacity, I'll answer. If not, then I'll refer to seniors. But you'll get the answer one way or the other. All right? All of us are on equal platform here. That is important. It's not like koi upar hai, koi niche. So very quickly, I think we are 5-7 minutes late to Kirtan Mela. So chanting, how many of you have done last time, please, or not done last time? Please raise hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So new members, probably quickly I will just instruct because it's important. And ones who know already, please hear again, because more and more you hear, more you relish. It's not like newspaper. Once you read, next time you want to read, you want to throw it away. But the transcendental knowledge is such that more you hear, more you get into depth, more taste you get. So it's important that Hare Prabhuji, आप repeat करें, मैं जाऊँ प्रसादम खाने. Hare Krishna. So yeah. So see, chanting itself can be, series of sessions. I'll keep it in summary just for this session. What we have to do. First and foremost, we have to look at. I'll talk about technical stuff. You have this mala here. This is called Sumeru bead or Guru Mani. You hold your index finger here, and this finger you don't use for chanting. As we say, it's used for finger pointing, so it's inauspicious. You don't use for chanting. as you talked about cleanliness, so it's like a representative of inauspiciousness. So इसको use नहीं करते. That's one. Second thing is when we are chanting Prabhuji Mataji, then we go with the first bigger beat to smaller beats. So first bigger beat we hold and we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Again move it back, go to the next. Again same, move it back, go to the next. ऐसे करते करते it goes in circle and comes back to the same Guru Mani. So once it comes, you have completed how many times? 108 times. And somebody asked last time that why 108? It's because 108 is a very auspicious number. We had like Lord Krishna had 108 principal queens. He had like 108 principal gopis. He had like 108 type of cows. And also between sun and earth, we have multiples of 108. And there are so many, right? Letter 108 hence, and there are like 108 Upanishads. So 108 is the auspicious number. So that is there. Other thing is very quickly that when you are chanting, you have to focus on the holy name. Boliye suniye Shravanam. You have to speak and listen to that holy name because holy name itself is God. कभी कभी हम सोचते हैं holy name में भगवान है. In holy name Lord is there. No, holy name itself is Lord. So sometimes we want to look at the picture, look at the Divya form. That's okay. We are in the early stage. We can be comfortable thinking, but we have to listen, focus, and now mind will go hither and thither, right? It will think 1,000 things. Suddenly we will realize that oh, मैंने अपना passport कहाँ रख दिया? Okay, or some code is stuck, and then you will realize Surya Mataji is there. You will realize that oh, this code is now I got the answer, but how can I leave and write somewhere? So because more clarity comes during chanting, but you have to keep pulling back and keep concentrate on chanting because mind will jump around like monkey. Okay, and I'll stop there. Any questions on that? Other thing is we'll start with mantra Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya because we take blessings of Acharya Lord Krishna, and with that even if we do offensive chanting, it's okay because we are under Shri Prabhupada's protection, Acharya's protection, Lord Krishna's protection. And as we spoke before, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only way out in Kali Yuga. Okay, so the ones who are starting new, you might think, oh, it's a repeat of mantra, but it's a milestone in your life you are achieving because you are able to chant Lord's name. So please don't take it lightly. Give your best, and then in the end you will feel something different. One Prabhuji said कि Prabhuji chant तो कर लिए लेकिन कुछ पता ही नहीं चला, कुछ असर ही नहीं हुआ Prabhuji. So क्या मतलब? तो मतलब है कि अनर्था इतना है, कंडीशनिंग इतना है कि टाइम लगेगा. ये इतनी मोटी परत है कंडीशनिंग की, भैया तो पेनिट्रेट नहीं हो रहा है. और कोई माता जी बोली कि the moment I started chanting, I felt goosebumps. Two people speaking different things. Atichand Prabhuji, you did give money to both of them to speak different things? No? Okay. How come different? So it's apna journey. Okay. But in the end, goal will be achieved, which is to go back to lotus feet of Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we'll start chanting. Sit here. So please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की हिताय गौर में वृंदे। Hare Krishna. So I hope all of you had wonderful time chanting in one way or the other. Last but not least, we'll start with Kirtan Mela, but again I would like to beg your forgiveness in case something I said, anything which is untowards or you didn't like it. I am also learning in the path of Krishna consciousness, so मैं क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ अगर किन्हीं को भी मेरे शब्दों का बुरा लगा हो तो. So thank you so much for your patient hearing. And now next step is Kirtan Mela, which will be much more ecstatic. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So hope you like the session. So we will chant one time of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for Nishant Prabhu for such a wonderful session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So please keep coming. So next Sunday, same time, we'll have a new session. So we'll share the details. So now we are going to next step, which is our little young one kids. So they have what they have learned about Krishna today. So Garima Mataji will explain.
Hare Krishna. So today was the second class for kids, and what we did was we gave them some drawings. Krishna. Yeah, we gave them some drawings and they filled them out with the colors. We revised what they had learned last time, including Govardhan Leela, and we did some kirtan, and they all learned the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita. So now they will all recite together. So I will just give them like. I'll first give it to the smallest child here, and oh, she's very eager.
Hare Krishna. Dharmakirte Kurukshetre Samaveta Muksaha Amaka Pandachya Makulpata Sanjaya.
Give it to the other children. Come, children. Come, children. Come. They all will speak together.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mama Madavaisheva Kimapurvata Sanjaya.
And they also learned some facts about Krishna, how he dresses and how he wears a more punk. And there are two different facts that we told them today, which Ekansh will recite, and along with him, Darshini.
Sudarshan is a dish which is used when Lord Krishna killed Shishupala.
So he is telling about Sudarshan Chakra and when it was used. So it is the weapon, the discus used by Lord Krishna when he killed Shishupala. Okay. And the next fact will Darshini will say.
Cards used by Lord Panchajanya, cards used by Lord Krishna during Mahabharat war.
Very good. So this is all they learned today.
Thank you, Mataji. So we will chant one time for the kids also for such a nice presentation and learning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these children are And if they go to the right path, then the whole world will go to the right path. So it's very important that they start from their beginning. So thank you so much for Mataji for such a nice learning to the child. Hare Krishna. So we'll now move to the Aarti and Kirtan.
Hare Krishna. So we will begin with Kirtan Mela now. I would request everyone to please turn towards the Lord. The Kirtan Mandali will sit here. One more request, all the Prabhujis kindly come this side on my left. So when you are facing the altar, please sit on the right side here. All the Matajis can sit that side. Otherwise, because all Prabhujis will be in front. So all the Prabhujis who are sitting that side, kindly please go there on the back side.
Hare Krishna, please support each other. Hare Krishna. So please help each other to get the seats. Wherever you find space, please help serve other devotees to get the seats. So be nice. So first and foremost, how many of you are first time attending Kirtan Mela? Please raise hand. Oh, very nice. So let me quickly give bit of what is Kirtan Mela all about. So when we say Kirtan Mela, so right now what we did was chanting of holy name, right? Now what if